Welcome back to Coffee with Mia. Grab your coffee or your favorite beverage and let's talk about something I think most of us have been through. Have you ever been entered into a competition that you didn't even know was in existence? Have you ever been just minding your own business, building your life, working towards your goals, getting excited about things, and then suddenly realize that someone else is keeping score? And you think to yourself, wait a minute, we're competing? Well, gee, I wish you would have told me. I would have been more prepared. Because apparently I didn't get the memo. There's a difference between being inspired by someone or having to keep up with them. There's a difference between thinking, that's a great idea, and I have to come up with my own version of that. There's a difference between supporting another woman or measuring yourself against her. So get comfortable, hang on to your beverage, and buckle up because we're going there today. Somewhere along the line, most everything has been turned into a scoreboard. Who has the better career? Who lost the weight? Who gets the opportunities? Who has more followers? Who thought of the idea first? And that, my friends, can get completely exhausting. Half the time, the person competing with you has no idea that you're not competing at all. You have no clue. You're living your life and they're living theirs. Or at least that's how it's supposed to work. Because here's what I believe. Your success is not evidence of someone else's failure. You having an idea doesn't mean there's no ideas left out there in the world. I mean, come on, be creative. You getting attention doesn't mean there's no more attention left in the world. There's room. There's room for plenty of ideas and plenty of attention. So don't mentally knock someone off to the side just to get ahead. Now, let me make this clear. We all get inspired by other people. You see someone doing something and you say, that's very interesting. There's nothing wrong with inspiration. But honestly, I think people know when they cross the line. When you share your ideas or something you're building, and shortly after that, you find out that someone is doing something very similar. And you ask yourself, did I inspire them or are they trying to recreate my idea? I told you we were going there. And listen, no one owns an idea. No one owns every concept. There are a million podcasts, a million businesses, a million women's groups, a million coaches and consultants, a million people selling the same kinds of products and services. You don't have to invent electricity, but your voice should be yours. Your purpose should be yours. Your reason for doing something should be yours. Because copying someone else's blueprint isn't the same as building your own house. And this part actually fascinates me because sometimes it's not competition between enemies. It happens between friends, women who genuinely like each other and get along, women who encourage each other, women who work together. And one person starts doing something exciting, suddenly something shifts. Comparison sneaks in. I'm doing something you've always wanted to do. I'm getting a great response from it. And the other person tells you, I've always wanted to do that. I don't think that necessarily makes someone a bad person. Sometimes it's insecurity. Sometimes it's a feeling of being left behind. Sometimes seeing you do it makes them feel that it's possible for them also. But here's where self-awareness comes in. You can admire someone without becoming their competition. You can support someone else's dream without coming up with your own version of it. And you can watch another woman succeed and honestly say, I'm happy for her, without adding, now, what am I going to do? There is something so liberating with saying, I'm not competing with anyone. I'm competing with who I was yesterday. That's it. And you ask yourself, am I learning? Am I growing? Am I showing up? Am I doing the thing that I said I was going to do? Am I becoming comfortable in my own skin? Now, you see that? That's my scoreboard. Because if I spend my life watching what everyone else is doing, I'm going to be missing out on what I'm supposed to do. And here's the irony. The people who are building something meaningful usually don't have much time for competition. They're too busy building. They're too busy wanting to reach their goals. I'm going to tell you something. Sometimes competition happens because there's this idea that there's limited seating at the table. There isn't limited seating. And let's just say there's not enough seats. Do you know what you do? You get another table. You don't have to knock someone out of their chair to prove that you belong. Women supporting women shouldn't just be a slogan that you put on a t-shirt. It has to mean something when another woman is succeeding. It's easy to say, I support women. Okay, that's great. What happens when she's doing well? What happens when she gets the opportunity you wanted? What happens when other people start noticing her? What happens when she creates something that you wish you thought of a long time ago, or maybe it's something you've always wanted to do? Can you still applaud for her? I mean, genuinely applaud for her. That right there is the real test. Here's my advice. Don't join the competition. Seriously, don't. You don't need to run faster just because someone decided they're going to race you. Keep doing what you're doing. Protect your ideas. Protect the things you're still developing. Not everyone needs access to something while it's still developing. That isn't being secretive. That's having boundaries. And remember, you never have to announce that you're an original. Keep creating, keep showing up, keep putting your fingerprints on everything you do. Eventually, people will know the difference. People will know what's yours and what someone else tried to fabricate as theirs. And the people who created this competition that you knew nothing about, they'll realize they're only trying to fool themselves. So here's the question for today. Are you inspired by the people around you? Or are you just keeping a scoreboard? And here's the hardest question. Is someone else's success making you question your own? Because if it is, maybe it doesn't mean you have to compete harder. Maybe the answer is that you have to come back to yourself, your lane, your ideas, your timing, your voice, your life. So the next time you realize someone has quietly entered you into a competition, you don't have to get angry. You don't have to prove anything. And you don't have to participate. You can just think, a competition? I didn't get the memo. Because I'm not competing with you. I'm busy becoming the best version of myself. I'm Mia Pompey, and this has been Coffee with Mia. As always, I thank you for spending your time with me. Until next time, keep the coffee hot, the conversation real, and I will see you in the next episode.